Hi everyone, thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about this book that I recently finished, The Obesity Code. I chose this book because I've been interested in nutrition and health, and I think I did I checked Amazon ranking and it was #1 in diabetes, or sorry, I don't remember the details, but it was really high. And you know, the score was high. There were so many reviews, so I picked the book and got it as a audible book and listened while I do my walks. And at first I thought it was about nutrition. Of course it is about nutrition, but it was a little bit surprising to me because it ended up talking about the same thing that many of the nutrition health books are talking about. I mean, maybe this is the most impactful one, or one of the most impactful ones. That's why it's really high in the Amazon ranking. But you know, it was shocking to me. The Obesity Code, it ended up talking about insulin level. I mean, I heard about the word insulin and how it's related to, you know, diabetes and, you know, nutrition and health, and it's really important for your health. But it was shocking to me this time. I'm trying to think why. Yeah, I guess the reason was because he was talking about all kinds of different diet, you know, that people are on at the beginning of the book. For example, he was talking about, you know, like less fat and how it ended up food products started having more sugar, you know, whatever, less fat or no fat is better, and they added more sugars. And yeah, of course, then sugar is bad, but then, you know, what about calories? You know, we usually talk about calories when we're on diet, but is low calorie always good? And his answer is, you know, no. You know, like if you compare same calorie of broccoli and something sugary, of course, you know, same calorie of broccoli is more nutritious. And then he talked about, you know, low carb diet, you know, is it the answer? So at the beginning he was talking about each style of diet and how each of the diet fails, you know. There's no one good answer. You know, low carb isn't the answer, calorie isn't the answer, so sugar isn't the answer, because he was talking about, you know, regular sugar and you know, that Diet Coke and Diet Coke, you know, even drinking Diet Coke can cause, it doesn't solve, you know, weight loss. So he denied all these things, and I was really looking forward to, so what's the final answer? And he said it's the obesity is the hormonal imbalance, and he said it's a hormonal disease. And he mentioned that our body will be insulin resistance, so that we start storing more and more fat. So what it means, like when we eat food, especially that gives a lot of that has a lot of insulin spike, we tend to be more, you know, carb or sugar or things like that, then we have high level of insulin. And if we don't have enough time to let this insulin go down, if we keep eating high insulin stimulating meals so frequently, then we tend to have more insulin, and then if we have more insulin, our body becomes insulin resistant, so insulin won't be able to do their work. So that means they will create more insulin, and we have more and more insulin in our body. And if we have more insulin in our body, then that's related to obesity. You know, how the actual science works, you know, you can check the book. But anyway, how much insulin you have is the key. And he was talking about how that can, the kind of DNA or the kind of culture can be affected to your children, too. And I thought about my son who passed away with brain cancer. And when I was pregnant with him, I had gestational diabetes. So, and back then I didn't have so much, nutrition knowledge. I mean, I knew what was healthy and I was trying to eat healthy too, but not as much as right now. And I was young too, so I was eating whatever I felt like eating. And I gained 16 kilograms during pregnancy, and from midpoint, I was gaining so much. And I was in the States, so it's not like Japan, where in Japan, like, doctors kind of scold you that you cannot gain too much weight. 8 kilograms is the maximum or something. But in the States, yeah, like, it's okay to gain weight. So I was gaining weight and I became diabetic, gestational diabetes. So my placenta was creating the hormone that prohibits insulin's work, right? So that means, I became diabetic. Probably I had more insulin in my body, which were not working properly. And so I needed to add more insulin to make sure that blood glucose level keep the same. So I was getting insulin shots 4 times a day. And I feel maybe that affected my fetus, my baby, my first son, a lot. And the book doesn't talk about the direct connection between, this insulin level and, what kind of possible diseases, can cause the fetus. But I was just assuming. And of course, there's no use of thinking about what I could have done or regretting because he's gone already. Or I also think about, I could have done differently when we were fighting cancer also. But I did my best. I have to keep telling myself, no, let it go. I did my best. So what I can do is learn whatever I can learn from this book and move on. So I can do the best for myself, for my second son, and hopefully I can influence my husband so that he can have better diet or better nutrition. But anyway, so I learned about this insulin and it hit me a lot this time. I mean, I listened to so many different books and they talk about insulin too, but I guess, you only get the information or you only absorb the information when you're ready. So maybe this time I was ready to really listen to this, how insulin works. So the bottom line of this book was how to keep your insulin baseline low is the key. And if we keep eating too much sugar and also like a lot of processed food, then so frequently, then we won't be able to keep the baseline low. And it's important that we need to reduce the consumption of added sugars, and we have to reduce eating refined grains like bread, or it's related to braingrain too, which is the hard part, right? Sugar and grain. And then another important part was increasing natural fats, eating natural fats. Like after listening to this, I thought about maybe I want to start trying coconut oil and avocado oil. I haven't, so maybe I will try that. And another thing that was mentioned was increase the, eating more fiber and vinegar. So one thing I thought about, again, I listened in so many different books. For example, like Superfood, the author talk about apple cider vinegar, but when I was listening to the Obesity Code, I guess it connected, or I was like, maybe I want to try apple cider vinegar. And so I actually bought apple cider vinegar, and my friend recommended, I really want the real good one with the actual, what is that, probiotics in, so I have to cloudy one, not clear one, so I got that. And yeah, fiber. It's related to, again, what was the name of the book that I just finished? Maybe I haven't introduced here, but fiberfuel. Yeah, increasing the amount of fiber is very important. So the Obesity Code said the same thing. And last but not least, it came to intermittent fasting, which is again, so many authors, doctors or nutrition specialists or health related people talk about, you know. And I was surprised, but not surprised. So he was talking about intermittent fasting. So I'm already doing 16/8 intermittent fasting. So after listening to this book, it made me feel like I haven't, but it made me feel like trying for 24 hours. So I was thinking, maybe it's possible that on those days that my son is in school and my husband is in his office and where I'm alone at home, I can skip my lunch because I usually don't eat breakfast. I usually eat lunch at noon and snack and dinner and end by 8. So maybe when I'm alone, I don't have to sit with anybody to eat together. So maybe I could do 24-hour fasting, you know, like eat dinner with my family and wake up and prepare my son's breakfast and bento and then send him off, and my husband will go to work and I'm alone. Usually I prepare salad and eat, but yeah, all I need to do is just skip this one, you know. And no guilt, you know, not socializing with family or anything. So maybe I could do it, but I haven't been able to start. So tomorrow is the day that my son and my husband both, you know, they're at school and at work. So maybe I could try tomorrow. Let's see if I can start. So there is a kind of like fear in me too, right? Am I gonna be okay? Am I gonna be just too hungry? So another option that I thought about was, yeah, why don't I just not start 24-hour fasting right away, but why don't I extend my fasting window? Right now I have 16 hours, so before I jump into, you know, 24, I can make it to 18 hours or 20 hours. Let's see. So yeah, tomorrow is the day, so let's see how far I can go. Maybe I will try. Yeah, at least I will try for 18 hours if I can, 20 hours, and see. It's gonna be an experiment. So, but anyway, so those are the new behaviors that I wanted to add. So once again, eating apple cider vinegar is one thing. And yeah, like reducing added sugars, I've been reading the labels recently, you know, try to avoid, first of all, high fructose corn syrup. And I always check added sugar. Even my 7-year-old son, who doesn't speak English fluently, he knows, you know, like how much added sugar. And then I will try to buy avocado oil or coconut oil. I already got apple cider vinegar. Did I say that already? But anyway, and I will try to increase my fasting hours. In the end, this book gave me so much insights and stimulus and motivated me. So I recommend you, if you're interested in losing weight or eating healthy or having a healthier lifestyle, whatever it is. And today I went to neighborhood library and I found this book, Obesity Code cookbook. I haven't really seen what's inside, but it has like salad recipe or, you know, kind of like simple poached egg with spinach and prosciutto. So it looks nice So I will try to incorporate some of the new vegetables or things I never tried. So I'm looking forward to healthier eating. And when I cook, I will maybe make another video and tell you about my experience. So thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. And my question to you is, what kind of new healthy eating habit would you like to start from today? Okay, so see you next time. Bye.